Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gracie, and today we are going to prune this hybrid tea rose bush.
Yes.
As you can see, it's quite a big bush. We did chop down the two surroundings so you could really kind of see how big this plant is. A couple of things about this plant first. So this is hybrid tea called Clouds of Glory. It's a very fragrant, full white rose, very fragrant, like
Extremely.
one of the most fragrant. And this rose bush has seen it all in the last couple of months. So we had really, really high winds in around Thanksgiving. So hence no foliage. If you live in a colder climate, your roses will lose their foliage from the cold. Ours lost its foliage here from the wind. It's riddled with disease right now because it's our dormant season. So we're not spraying, we're not doing any prevention at this point. But it is covered in rust, which is one of the diseases we see here in California. It's little orange pustules underneath on the bottom of the foliage. And the top of the foliage usually has yellow or black marks as well. So we're going to clean this bush up because we're in a really warm climate here in California. It's already woken up for spring, so it is pushing this new red growth up here as new growth. But we're obviously going to cut all of that off, and we still have buds um, that just didn't open, but who knows if they would. So Ryan's going to go ahead and remove the top layer of this plant so that we can take a better look at it. We want to leave the strongest 3, 5, 7, 9 canes. Everything else that's in the middle of the plant that is spindly, like thinner than a female's pinky, is going to get cut out. You really want to have good airflow, and you don't want, as you see the plant now, it's a mess. There's just growth all over the place, crossing. So we're going to get rid of all of that and just keep the thickest, most healthy looking canes on the plant, no matter how many it is. It's usually like between 3 and 9 though, that we want to keep. So right now he's cutting out everything in the middle of the plant. All of that needs to go. And this is quite an older plant. I'm gonna say this rose bush is about 7 to 8 years old. We have moved this plant at least 3 or 4 times in our history of Grace Rose Farm. And it's transplanted just fine every single time. And a good pruning is what it needs at this point. So Ryan's gonna cut out the old, really knotted, woody growth on the plant. And he's gonna cut out anything that has dieback, anything that looks unhealthy. Here's an example of some dieback. So this
Just get rid
little
of this whole thing.
black nub, there we go, gone. Here we go. Yeah, let's leave that. Okay. So the goal is for the plant to be like nice and open, like a basket. If you look at the plant from up above, you want to basically have it look like a basket with the canes coming up and nothing crossing in the middle. And that's so that the plant has a stronger chance for good disease prevention and also pest prevention. Good airflow is really important in roses. And like I said, this is an older plant, so it's got a lot of hardwood on it, some knotty wood. So Ryan really has to get in here with the loppers. This is not a rose bush that we'd want to prune with just hand pruners, like Felco's. They're just not going to be enough for this. As you can see, these canes are really healthy. The inside of the cane is nice and white. Everything looks really good on here. There's no black canes left. There's nothing that looks like it's dead or dying or diseased. And this is what you get. So you're going to go from having this big gangly, you know, unsightly looking plant in the winter, and then winter like us in California, or early spring for those of you that have frost and snow and ice and all those things, is when you're going to want to do this. And I think that's it. Do you have any other tips?
No, just remember to clean up all the debris
Yeah,
once you're done. You don't want to leave it there for next spring and the new roses.
exactly. And we're going to show you in one of our next videos how to dormant spray. And we just need to get some more of our roses pruned at our farm, and then we'll show you exactly how we dormant spray and when we do it right after pruning, which is a really, really important part of winter cleanup and winter pruning. So I think that's it.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.